This staircase with its newel posts and balustrade are original to the house back in the 1890s. The homeowners love it, Tommy, but you think it needs some modification.
Well, actually, the homeowner asked me if there was a way that they could raise this railing up here.
Yeah, because you want to kind of grab it up here and not really down here. That's too short.
Yeah, the railing height should be about 36 inches. Countertop height in your kitchen is a good height to think of.
So your thoughts for raising this whole thing?
All right, so what I thought of is I removed one of these balusters right here, and I took this one out of the end.
Ah, you cut it?
Yeah, and so to get approval of the homeowner, I took the baluster and I removed the bottom square off right here. I drilled a hole in the bottom piece. I turned a sample so that they could see it with a dowel on the end, and that will drive right in like that. I put the two pieces together, so now when you look at it, it has a new base.
Yep.
It's extended up the railing height that we need.
Right.
I'll move the railing up and we'll transition it right around.
So an additional 6 inches, although it's not all in the square, it's a little bit of square extension and a turning extension.
Yeah, I thought that if you made it square all the way up, it just wouldn't look right.
So how do you make this piece here?
Well, I'll turn this on the lathe, and I'll turn 12 of them to match, and then we'll cut off all the bases, put them all together. The other thing we have to think about is this new railing height that's going to come across and how it's going to transition into this newel post at the top of the stair.
Because if the top rail is here, obviously we're going to miss, and it's not going to have a flat part. So does this newel post have to come up as well?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different ways we could do it, but if we look at this profile of the baluster here and the profile of the newel post,
Yeah, it's almost identical.
it's very similar, but it's just larger. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting this off here and making a turning similar to this with a little more square on here also.
Yep.
That will raise this whole thing up where we need it to be.
So now you've got this 6 inches higher and your top rail right here, boom, and it's going to hit basically where it's supposed to, just up.
A flat spot for the railing to go into.
I know you've thought of this, Tommy, but if you do that, this top rail, which we're not changing, is no longer going to hit a flat spot. It's really going to sort of come into a turning. So how do you raise this up?
Very observant there, Sonny. We don't want this railing height to be, it'll be too short, but we don't want it to go into the turning.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a gooseneck or an eased up. This is a template that I made right here.
Okay.
All
so
right.
it follows the angle of this top rail here on the stairs and also the plumb line of the newel?
Right. So this will come away a little bit. We'll have a space. This is the profile or the size of the railing itself right here. The railing will come up and terminate into the side of the newel post at the same height of the railing that comes across.
And that'll definitely make sense because we actually see goosenecks quite often. So how do you go from template to a matching top rail?
Well, it starts with a piece of walnut that I have. It was a crotch of a tree because I want the curve of the tree in there for strength. I don't want end grain. I actually have a piece right here.
Oh my God.
This is the piece right here. All right, so I want the curve. You can see one limb went this way, the other limb went this way. And that allows me to follow the grain for the curve for the gooseneck. So what I'm gonna do is I cut out a piece that will turn with the grain. It'll be a nice, strong, interesting grain look.
We're talking bandsaw cutting out of this until you get the rough shape?
Bandsaw, whatever I have to do, plane it. I will then attach it to this template right here. I'll attach it with some glue here. I'll run it through the molder machine. I then have to take it off, put it on the other side, and run it through again, so the other side.
So the molding machine is going to give you this profile because you have to replicate this.
Right.
How do you get that knife?
Well, I have to make a tracing of this profile. I'll take that tracing and I'll send it to the company that makes the knives for me, and they'll send back a knife that will match the profile of that railing.
All right, I got it. I kind of got it. You got a lot of work to do.
All right, I'll catch up with you later.
Wow, Tommy, wow. Just wow.
So what I've done is I've made positions where I want to stop my depth of cutting. Now I'll just take a gouge and round it off like a cylinder and then work it into where I want to go. I'll make this a bead. I'll just hit it with a little sandpaper. 11 more to go. This turning right here will raise the newel post 7 inches high. This is the gooseneck in the square. To get this profile, I sent out the tracing to this company that sent back 2 knives. So when I run this in 2 passes, I have the handrail. Because the gooseneck is a radius cut, I have to build a sled, and the sled will ride on the bearings underneath the cutter. We've cut off our newel post right at the bottom of the turning. We got to raise it 7 inches. So here's one of the turnings right there, and that's 7 inches tall.
So you've got a couple of dowels on the bottom of your new turning and top?
Right, that's going to make our connections going to be nice and solid, but we need to drill a hole in here to match that size of the dowel, and also in the bottom of the piece that we cut. All right, so now let's see how it looks.
Honestly, Tommy, that's remarkable. No one's ever going to know you were even here.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so now we got to do the gooseneck. And to do that, we're going to use a floating tenon. That way, when they go together, it'll make a nice, tight, strong joint.
Yep, that's tight.
Like so now we're going to slide this in place. It's right in.
Check that out.
Looks pretty good. We'll do a little fine tuning there. Next thing we do is we find our height and miter this piece.
Nice.
All right, let's see how it fits. Here it is.
Nice.
All right, so now we're going to glue and screw the balusters in place, and we're going to use a polyurethane glue.
Tommy, I tell you what, I know we joke around a lot, but in all seriousness, this is artistry.
Yeah, it's a fun job.
It's more than fun, man. Like, you could not show this house more respect than what you just did for it. Nice job. Really nice job. I love it. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.